Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Graceland North TV and One Night Productions is proud to present Retro Vegas, starring Brian Andrews. Presenting live from Las Vegas, starring Brian Andrews, is Retro Vegas. Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. Hey baby, what's your hurry? Relax, don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on this road to romance, that's safe to say. But let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it every time. We're on this road to romance, that's safe to say. But let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Thank you very much, folks. They asked me how I knew my true love was true. I, of course, replied, something here inside cannot be denied. They say that you'll find all who love or blind. Oh, when your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. So I chaffed them and I gaily lied to think they could doubt my love. Yet today my love has flown away. I am without my love. Now laughing friends divine, tears I cannot hide. Whoa, when your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. Realize smoke gets in your eyes. Thank you very much. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, madam, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things that they should do. You know what? You're lovely. You know what? You're so lovely. And know what you do to me. I'm like an ocean wave that's bumped on the shore. I feel so absolutely stumped on the floor. When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle, especially when you do the continental. But this feeling isn't purely mental. For heaven rest us, I'm not asbestos, and that's why I won't dance. Why should I? I won't dance. How could I? I won't dance. Merci beaucoup. I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance. Won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, madam, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things they want to do. You know what? You're lovely, ring-a-ding-ding. You're lovely, and oh, what you do to me. I'm like an ocean wave that's bumped on the shore. I feel so absolutely stumped on the floor. When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle, especially when you do the continental. But this feeling isn't purely mental. For heaven rest us, I'm not asbestos, and that's that's why I won't dance. I won't dance. I won't dance. Merci beaucoup. I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. A beautiful song from the movie Best Friends. How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? And since we know we're always changing, how can it be the same? And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear her name. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. We can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music, it never ends. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. We can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music, it never ends. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Retro Vegas, a tribute to the great stars of the Las Vegas Strip. Now, I know most of you probably heard it was good news this week because Vegas opened its doors once again, and people swarmed into the casinos, and Vegas is slowly becoming what Vegas is known for. I don't think we're quite there yet. We still have a little ways to go, but it's a good sign because Vegas is very depressing when there's nobody there. Nobody there. This show was created from music that I learned when I was a child. All my parents played music in the house constantly while I was growing up, and the music was by all of the great singers of their time, and the Sinatras, Sammy Davis, Neil Diamonds, Elvis, Engelbert, Tom Jones, all of them. And I like to affectionately say that I learned this show before I was the age of 10, just by wearing my parents' records out. And I created this show to bring back the heyday of what I feel were the great, great entertainment times in Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas is still, as you know today, a great place to go out, have fun, let your hair down. Anything you want, you can get there. But hey, Las Vegas today is a lot different than Las Vegas um, 30, 40 years ago. It is a huge, buzzing metropolis now with massive hotels and big shopping malls and lots of nightclubs. Back in the infancy of Las Vegas, there was a little bit more swagger. It was a place where people would go, especially the people who were a little bit better off than the average person, would go, they would get dressed up and they would go to shows. And these shows would be by the legends. These are the biggest names in music of our time. Like I said, people like Sinatra, Tony Bennett, comedians like Rodney Dangerfield, Red Buttons. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And you kind of felt like you were part of the elite when you went and you took part in watching these shows. I unfortunately only got to sort of catch the very tail end of this sort of time in the 80s. I was fortunate enough to go to the old Sands Hotel before it broke, before they imploded it and made room for a new hotel. And I got to see Wayne Newton in the Copa Room. And that was my taste of old Vegas. I literally went up, when you went in, as you do today, when you buy seats to a show, you get a seat. It has a row and a number on it, and you go sit down and you go watch the show. Back then, you go up into the entrance, and there's this really big man named Guido or Juan or something like that, dressed in a suit, looking very, very imposing. And what you did is you slipped him money, and depending on what you slipped him, depended where you got seated in the room. So all these people were ahead of me, all lined up to go see Wayne. I was way back, but I got up to we'll just call him Guido. He was a really big, menacing man, and I slipped him $100, and I said, I want to get as close to the stage as possible. And he said, by all means, sir. And he followed me, and all the people that were ahead of me, we passed them all. They were all sitting at tables behind us, and there was a table for two that I sat at, and it was literally right in front of the stage, of the T part of the stage. They're right there. And he goes, is this suffice for you, sir? And I said, that's fantastic. Thank you. And I got to shake Wayne's hand after the show as well. So, but it doesn't work like that anymore. But we're going to take it back to some of the artists and some of the songs that were big in that time. And right now, of course, we're paying a little bit of tribute to the chairman of the board, Mr. Frank Sinatra, who was one of the first people to go down there and put Vegas entertainment on the map. And whether this was purely because he had connections with a lot of the owners, we'll never know. But he was also one of the big cultural figures of our time. Now, as always, this is a show where it's Vegas, and what stays at Retro Vegas happens at Retro Vegas show stays at Retro Vegas show. I hope you've all poured yourself a nice big drink. Our drink of the day is brought to you by the letters B and the letters K. And B stands for Bailey's. And K, I know you can guess this one, stands for Kahlua. Now, you can put them both into milk and have a brown cow or whatever. Our drink of choice, ladies and gentlemen, is to take half a shot of each and you put it into a nice cup of coffee with some whipping cream on top. Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. So sit back and relax and enjoy a few beverages as we take this trip down the strip. One more from the chairman of the board, perhaps his biggest song. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, come on, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and you adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Hey! Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Now, of course, that was, of course, the legendary chairman of the board, Mr. Frank Sinatra. Oh, yeah, that's nice. And he was part of a group that was probably one of the biggest attractions of his time when they first got there, called the Rat Pack. Now, the Rat Pack consisted of Frank Sinatra, as you know, and then it also consisted of Sammy Davis Jr., the song and dance man, Peter Lawford, who was the actor, the real good-looking guy of the group. Joey Bishop was the comedian. Sometimes you had Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine was the only female member to partake in the Rat Pack shows. And then you had this gentleman who was my personal favorite. And this gentleman was the coolest of cool. And 2 days ago, he celebrated his 103rd birthday. Well, he would have celebrated his 103rd birthday. And of course, I'm talking about the lovable drunk, the one that got all the good lines, the great straight man, and the smoothest crooner in the business. None other than the legendary Dean Martin.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the star of our show, direct from the bar, Dean Martin.
How lucky can one guy be? She gives me, like that fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged mine. Like that sailor said, ain't that a war anymore? My better, I go to sleep, I ready. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I got sunshine another spread. It's just like that fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like a fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like that sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in your boat? My head keeps spinning, I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, then the life will be beautiful. She said someday we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I resist. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Ooh, thank you very much. When you're smiling, ooh, when you're smiling, the whole world is smiles with you. Oh, when you're laughing, oh, keep on laughing. The sun will come shining through. But when you're crying, you know you bring on the rain. Stop that sighing. Come on, be happy again. Keep on smiling. 'Cause when you're smiling, the world it smiles with you. Cheers. When you're lying, you know you bring on the rain. So stop that sighing. Come on, be happy again. Keep on drinking. 'Cause when you're drinking, the world drinks with you. Hey, when you're smiling, when you're smiling,
keep on smiling.
The whole world it smiles at you. When you're laughing,
keep on smiling.
Oh,
now.
keep on laughing.
You'll get through somehow.
And the whole world comes shining through.
When I'm with you.
But when you're crying, you know you bring on the rain. Stop that sighing. Come on, be happy again. Keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world is smiling with you. The whole world smiles with you. Mr. Dean Martin. Now, one of the other legendary names. It started off as a rock and roll singer with big hits like Splish Splash, I Was Taking a Bath, and Dream Lover, Where Are You? Well, he went to Vegas and he became one of the big icons of the Vegas Strip, one of the most sought after shows, and that's none other than the legendary Mr. Bobby Darin. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high and straight to her arms, I'd be sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. Hey, I know beyond the doubt my heart will lead me there soon. I will meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we will be beyond the sea, and never again I'd be sailing. Sing it on now. Sing it on, buddy. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. I will meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we will be beyond the sea, and never again I'll be sailing. No more sailing, so long sailing, bye-bye sailing. Moving on out, Captain. Sailing. Yep. Thank you very much, Mr. Bobby Darin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the great soul singers of the time, R&B soul singers of the time, was also a very big Las Vegas attraction. And, you know, for the longest time, I thought, I don't know, maybe you guys remember this. There was a commercial on TV that used to go, "Here's to good friends, tonight is kind of special." And it used to be for Lowenbrow. I, for the longest time, thought that this was Lou Rawls that was singing that. It isn't. My mistake. But it sounded like him. But no, it wasn't him. But the gentleman we're going to be paying tribute to right now is none other than one of the slickest voices that the Strip ever saw. And it's a gentleman by the name of Mr. Lou Rawls. And this was probably his biggest song. as long as you live. Someone who loves you tender like I do. You'll never find, no matter where you search, someone who cares about you the way I do. Oh, I'm not bragging on myself, baby, but I'm the one who loves you, and there's no one else, no one else. You'll never find, take the end of all time, someone to understand you like I do. You'll never find the rhythms of life, all the magic we share, just us two. Oh, I'm not trying to make you stay, baby, but I know somehow, someday, someway, you're gonna miss my love. I know you're gonna miss my love. You're gonna miss my love. Oh, late in the midnight hour, baby, when it's cold outside, you're gonna miss my love. You'll never find another love like mine, someone who needs you like I do. You'll never see what you found in me. You'll keep searching and searching your whole life through. Oh, I don't wish you no bad luck, baby, but there's no ifs and buts. Oh, maybe you're gonna miss my loving. I know you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my love. Oh, late in the midnight hour, baby, when it's cold outside, you're gonna miss my love. Oh, when I'm long gone, I know you're gonna miss my love. Thank you very much. And Blue Rawls had a big hit. This is my Frog's favorite, so I gotta throw this one in there. He's looking at me funny. He doesn't agree. Live from the International Hotel, Mr. Lou Rawls. Lady love, your love is peaceful like the summer's breeze. My lady love, with love that's tender tender as a baby's touch. You give me all the things that I need so much. You're my world, lady love. Oh, lady love. Your love is cool like the winter snow. My lady love. With a love that's cozy as a fire's glow. And I keep on needing you, girl, a little more and more. And I thank you, my lady love. You know, it's not easy to keep love flowing smooth. People are people and they all have their moods. But it's so nice just to have someone like you who wants a smooth and an easy thing. And all the good times that it brings, my lady love. You've been with me through all of my ups and downs. Yes, my lady love. I once was lost, but now with you I'm found. You got the love I need to want to stay around. Heaven sent you down, my lady love. Let me tell you that it's not easy to keep love flowing smooth. You know, people are people and they all have their moods. But it's so nice just to have someone like you who wants a smooth and easy thing. All the good times, that joy that it brings, my little love. You've been with me through all of my ups and downs and my crazy turnarounds, my baby love. You got the love I need to stay around. Heaven sent my lady love. Sweet lady, you are so good to me. My sweet lady love, like a warm summer's breeze, that's what you're doing to me. My lady love. Mr. Lou Rawls, thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. Now, one of the big names down there, I used to perform at a hotel that sadly we just lost about 3 years ago. The ever progressing Las Vegas Strip has meant that a lot of the old legendary hotels have had to be torn down to make room for new big mega hotels. That, of course, will hold more people, have more attractions, and make more money. But unfortunately, when we take down the old ones, we lose a lot of the great history. And this hotel was one of the last last original ones remaining on the Strip, aside from the Flamingo, which is still there. Although the Flamingo's been reinvented a few times, at least it's still one of the originals. It was the Riviera Hotel. We sadly never got a chance to go to it. We wanted to go see it, but we never got a chance. And then when we got a chance, it was gone. But unfortunately, when the Riviera was torn down, it took with it a whole bunch of great memories of legendary singers and comedians that used to perform in the big showrooms over there. Names like Barbra Streisand, Red Buttons, and this gentleman who was in the late 60s as hot as a singer could get. Known today as the King of Romance, and he still tours today, and he was just in Vegas. I think he was at Sam's Town about 3 months ago, before this whole COVID-19 thing hit. And, of course, I'm talking about none other than Mr. Romance from Wales. Yeah, he doesn't have real parents. He's from Wales. And see if they catch it this time. I'm talking about none other than the legendary Engelbert Humperdinck. When 1976 went number one with this song. So I sing you to sleep after the lovin' with a song I just wrote yesterday. And I hope you can hear what the words and the music have to say. It's so hard to explain everything that I'm feeling face to face. I just seem to go dry, but I love you so much that the sound of your voice can get me high. Thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. Thanks for turning me into a someone. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back her hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. Yes, after the loving, I'm still in love with you. Oh, after the loving, I'm still in love with you. After the loving, thank you very much. Gordon, where are you going? This was my dad's favorite Engelbert song. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I hear footsteps slowly walking as they gently walk across a lonely floor. And a voice is softly saying, darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. for living. There goes for one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. As my memory turns back the pages, I can see the happy years we had before. Now the love that kept this old heart beating has been shattered by the closing of the door. There goes my reason for living. There goes for one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. Thank you very much. And of course, I would be amiss or without singing his biggest song. Please release me, let me go. For I don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Release me and let me love again. Oh, I have found my new love dear, and I will always want her near. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me, my darling, let me go. For I don't love you anymore. To waste my life would be a sin. So release me and let me love again. Please release me, can't you see? You'd be a fool to cling to me. So release me and let me love again. Let me go. Mr. Engelbert Humperdinck. Now, one of the last great names to remain in Vegas, who was there from, well, I suppose there's a few that go back every now and then, but they don't do it regularly. But Mr. Las Vegas, as we affectionately called him, made his name from the town, Las Vegas. And that's because he started off as a lounge singer, singing 5 to 6 hours a night, and worked his way into becoming the highest paid single performer per week that Las Vegas had ever seen. And he still performs there to this day. As far as Las Vegas goes, he's as big a name as there is because he's so often tied to the city itself. When you speak of Las Vegas, you speak of this name. And of course, I'm talking about none other than the legendary Mr. Wayne Newton. And though people think Donkashane was his biggest record, it was actually this one. I'm sure you remember it. The love between the two of us was dying, and it got so bad I knew I had to leave. But halfway down that aisle, when I turned around, I saw my little daughter running after me, crying, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, slow down, son, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you walk so fast." Now it broke my heart to tell my little daughter that her daddy had to run to catch a train. She had no way of knowing I was leaving home for good. I turned around and there she was again. She said to me, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast." My darling cried, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Oh, Daddy, slow down, son, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you walk so fast." If only for the sake of my sweet daughter, I just had to turn back home right there and then. Try to start a new life with the mother of my child. I could not bear to hear these words again. She cried and said, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast." My darling cried, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, slow down, son, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, don't you walk so fast." My darling cried, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, slow down, son, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you walk so fast." Mr. Wayne Newton. Thank you very much, folks. Are you guys having a good time? We hope you're enjoying yourself out there. If you're not, drink more. You will have more fun that way. Just today you're allowed. Every other day you have to be good. Okay, so let's, I want to sing this next song because it's, I want to pay tribute to my kind of town. And Las Vegas is my kind of town. And it's my honey's kind of town. And it's my frogs kind of town. We can't wait to go back. We know it's too soon at the moment right now. Well, we couldn't even get across the border if we tried. So there's no use even worrying about it. But when the time comes, we'll be ready to go. Now this could only happen to a guy like me, and only happen in a town like this. So may I say to each of you most gratefully, as I blow each one of you a kiss, this is my kind of town. Las Vegas is my kind of town. Las Vegas is my kind of people too. People who they smile at you and each time I roam Las Vegas it's pulling me home. Las Vegas is why I just jump up and down. It's my kind of town. Hey, every bit of it is my kind of town. Las Vegas is, it's my kind of town. Las Vegas is my kind of razzmatazz, and it has all that jazz, and each time I do Las Vegas it's tugging my sleeve. Las Vegas is the golden nugget. Las Vegas is the house of take base. Las Vegas is one town that won't never let you down. It's my kind of town. You betcha. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. I want to do this next song, and I guess it's fitting because this gentleman did perform in Las Vegas. The Singing Barber. I don't know if that hit. You can tell me who I'm speaking of. And he came out really, really big in the early 50s, had a few hits, which were mostly sort of novelty hits, but that's how music was going at the time, before rock and roll came in and smacked everybody in the face with this new sound. But this gentleman didn't garner a lot of attention after that, but he survived, and he kept singing and singing, and he kept doing very well at his shows. He had a very dedicated fan base. And this fan base grew because every year he would throw on television a special Christmas TV show. And growing up, we used to watch them all the time, and I'm sure you guys did too. And I'm caught again. Now, when I say singing barber, do you know who I'm talking about? I don't know if you do. I'm talking about Perry Como. Remember him? Yeah. My parents were very big fans of Perry Como, and he had a very underrated voice. He was a beautiful singer. It's just I think his songs really didn't chart a whole lot. But when come the beginning of the '70s, after about 20 years after he sort of hit this mark, he came out with probably his biggest song, which was "It's Impossible," and then he followed it up with an album called "And I Love You So," which is quite a good album for people who like that style of music. And this song was a song on there, and I hope you don't mind it. I'd like to do it for you. I've never done it in a show before, and it's beautiful. It's called "I Want to Give," and it goes like this. I wanna give my love to you completely. I beg of you to listen to my heart. I've never prayed like this before, and I'm asking you not to close the door, for I can tame the wind and smooth the waters if you just let me. I've never prayed like this before, and I'm asking you not to close the door, for I can tame the wind and smooth the waters if you just let me. I wanna give you all the strength within me to make a world that cannot fall apart. And you can sit upon a throne. Oh, I'll give it all just for you alone, for I can tame the wind and smooth the waters if you just let me. And you can sit upon a throne. Oh, I'll give it all just for you alone, for I can tame the wind and smooth the waters if you just let me. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Now, as we got into the 60s, the music, of course, changed with the 50s, and it continued to evolve a lot in the 60s. And that's because back in the old days, you had songwriters and you had singers, and songwriters would go out and write the songs and then present them to singers. And that does happen sometimes today, but what we found more in the 60s is we found the people who wrote the songs decided to sing them themselves, and they either formed bands or they sang them solo, and became very successful in doing so. People such as Bob Dylan. And this next gentleman, who started off as a songwriter and wrote hits for the Monkees. He wrote hits for Elvis, wrote hits for many, many, many people. until he decided to go out and sing his own music, and then he became even bigger. And he was touring around the world, even to this day, in arenas all over the world, until just a couple, about a year ago, when he was diagnosed with a condition that didn't allow him no longer to do his world tour. 50 years in the business. And I'm talking about the legendary Mr. Neil Diamond, who has had so many hits, it's hard to decide which ones to do. But I'm going to be doing these ones if you don't mind. This first one was from the jazz singer. Hello again, hello. Just called to say hello. I couldn't sleep at all tonight, and I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Hello, my friend, hello. Just called to let you know I think about you every night when I'm here alone and you're there at home. Hello. Maybe it's been crazy, maybe I'm to blame, but I put my heart above my head. We've been through it all, you love me just the same. When you're not there, I'd just be dead. Oh, my friends alone. It's good to need you so. It's good to love you like I do, and feel this way when I say hello. Hello, my friends, oh, just called to let you know I think about you every night, and I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Hello. Thank you very much. Hey! Big rock and Rosie, get on board. We're gonna ride till there ain't no more to go. Taking it slow. Oh Lord, don't you know I'll have me a time with a poor man lady, hitching on a twilight train. Ain't nothing here that I care to take along. Maybe a song to sing round walls. Don't need to say please to no man for happy tears. Oh, I love my rosy child. You got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Rock and roll's your store-bought woman, but you made me sing like a guitar humming. Hang on to me, girl, a song keeps running on. Play it down, play it down, play it down, my baby. Rock and roll's it makes me smile. Girl, if it lasts for an hour, well, that's alright, 'cause we got all night to set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions, dear. Oh, I love my rosy child. You got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Rock and roll's your store-bought woman, but you made me sing like a guitar humming. Hang on to me, girl, a song keeps running on. Play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. Rock and roll's it makes me smile. Girl, if it lasts for an hour, that's alright, 'cause we got all night to set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions, dear. Yeah. All right, folks. Greatest pop song ever written. And you have a part. So I want you to hear it nice and loud from your stools at home. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's going strong. Wasn't a spring, spring became the summer. Could have believed you'd all come along. And yes, such an end, reaching out, come on now, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. A good time never seemed so good. You know I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. When I hurt, burdens on my shoulder. How can I hurt when I'm here with you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. The time never seemed so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, and now I Take a big swig of that drink and sing it loud and proud. Make sure they can hear you next door. Sweet Caroline, a good time never seemed so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they never could. All right, Sweet Caroline, the time never seemed so good. Sweet Caroline, hey, I believe they never could. Sweet Good job, everybody. Thank you very much. Another gentleman who became popular because of movies, television shows, and also Las Vegas. We lost him just a few years ago, unfortunately. But a massive legend and a popular act, and the gentleman who discovered the Osmonds. Do you remember seeing Little Donnie on the Christmas shows and Little Marie and all the brothers? I'm talking about none other but Mr. Andy Williams. Born free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows, born free to follow your heart. Live free and beauty surrounds you. The world still astounds you each time you look at a star. Stay free where no walls divide you. You're free as a roaring tide, so there's no need to hide. Worth living, but only worth living, 'cause you're born free. Stay free where no walls divide you. You're free as a roaring time, so there's no need to hide. Born free, and life is worth living, but only worth living 'cause you're born free. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. All right. You knew we couldn't put it off forever, and we weren't planning to. Just wanted to wait for the right time. When you talk about Vegas, of course, you have Wayne Newton, of course, we talked about earlier, and all these others. But this gentleman was the single biggest draw in Vegas in his lifetime. He was in Vegas from 1969 to 1977, or 76, I should say, December 76. And he never sang to an empty room. He was in the biggest showroom at his time, which was the International Hotel, which became the Las Vegas Hilton and now is the Westgate. And this gentleman is a cultural legend, musical legend. You name it, he's it. He's the king. And, of course, I'm talking about none other than the king, Mr. Elvis Presley. But before I do that, I'd just like to send out a special announcement. I think one of our regular watchers, did you see Cora's watching today? Is she on right now? Cora, I recognize it's your birthday today. I believe it's your birthday today. And I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday and hope that you have a great time amidst all of this confusion that we're doing here. And we'll quickly sing happy birthday for you. Of course, I've just got to, again, I don't usually keep happy birthday in my music, but I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, I don't see it. All right, well, I'll do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cora. Happy birthday to you. And many more. The King, Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. Born to the death. My mother died, giving me life. Pride of the love of a father. Blame for the loss of his wife. No, Lord, I've been in a prison for something that I never done. Spent one hill after another. I climbed them all one by one, Lord. But this time, Lord, you gave me a mountain, oh, that I may never climb. It isn't just live any longer. Gave me a mountain this time. Whoa, my woman got tired of the heights, tired of the grief and the strife. Oh, so tired of working for nothing. Just tired of being my wife. She took my one ray of sunshine. She took my pride and my joy. She took my reason for living. She took my small baby boy. But this time, oh, you gave me a mountain. Oh, a mountain. You know I may never climb. Whoa. It isn't just any longer. You gave me a mountain this time. Yeah, you gave me, yeah, a mountain. Don't you know you did? You gave me a mountain. This next song is probably his most popular one. If I can find it, that is. Oh. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to change it. We'll do this one instead. From the movie Blue Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. Wise man, only fools rush, but I falling in love with you. Shall would it be if I falling in love with you, like a river flows surely to the sea, dark. So it goes, someday, some meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for falling in love with you, like a river flows surely to the sea, dark so it goes, some days are meant to be. Take my take my whole life, for I'm falling in love with you, for I'm falling in love with Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Mr. Elvis Presley. For those of you big Elvis fans, on this Friday, 6 o'clock, it's a full Elvis show. That's the way it was. We're going to be paying tribute to the years in concert. His return to Vegas in 1969 to 1971. So be sure to tune in on this coming Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay? And then you'll be able to catch more Elvis there. We're going to do a whole bunch more there, as a matter of fact. But we're moving on now down the tour because we've only got so much time left. And we're now going to head our ways to Caesar's Palace, which back in the day was still one of the biggest hotels. It had a big showroom, Circus Maximus, even though it wasn't as big as Elvis's. And Circus Maximus was the home to many a big name, but the biggest name was the big inspiration for Elvis to get back in the business as a singer, performing live, was the man we now call Sir Tom Jones. And he played in Circus Maximus to sold-out rooms and was very good friends with Elvis. And I'd like to start off with his rendition of this song. I hope you like it. If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? The words would never show the you I come to know. If a face could launch 1,000 ships, then where am I to go? There's no one home but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running dry, you come and pour yourself on me. If a man could be 2 places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today, beside you all the way. If the world should stop revolving, sailing slowly down to die, I'd spend the end with you. And when the world was through, then one by one the stars would all go out, and you and I would simply fly away. Mr. Tom Jones. Here's another one for you. You're my world, you're every breath I take. You're my world, you're every move I make. Other eyes see the stars up in the sky, but for me they shine within your eyes as the trees reach for the sun above. So my arms reach out to you, my love, with your hand resting in mine. I feel the power so divine. You're my world, you are my night and day. You're my world, you're every prayer I pray. If our love ceases to be, it's the end of my world for me. With your resting in mine, I feel the power so divine. You're my world, you are my night and day. You're my world, your every prayer I prayed. If our love ceases to be, it's the end of my world, end of my world, end of my world for me. Thank you very much. The old town looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and papa. Down the road, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they all come to see me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. Oh, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, although the paint is cracked and dry. And there's an oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. As I awaken and look around me at the four great walls that surround me, then I realize, yes, I was only dreaming. But there's a God and there's a sad old padre. Arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak. Again I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay beneath the green, green grass of home. Thank you very much, folks. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high. And don't be afraid of the dawn. Oh no, 'cause at the end of the storm lies a golden sky and the sweet silver sound of love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Walk on, Lord, walk on, with lots of hope in your heart, and you'll never, ever walk alone. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in to Retro Vegas. We hope you guys had a good time. Again, remember this Friday, we've got Elvis coming back with That's the Way It Was. That'll be me doing tribute to 1969 concerts to 1971, which is primarily his return to Vegas. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, PST, so be sure to tune in. Tomorrow night, you got Robin Kelly going live. He's 5 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, so be sure to tune in and watch him. He's a lot of fun to watch. Sings a lot of great music, got a great voice, and you won't be disappointed. It's a lot of good fun watching Robin perform. And then we'll be back with you next week. It's Opry North week next Wednesday. And whatever you do, folks, you know, things are starting to open up. Things are getting better out there. And, you know, before long, hopefully things will be back to normal. I haven't heard from any of my venues yet that we're going back to work anytime soon. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. As long as we're careful and we remember to wash our hands and do what our mothers told us when we were little instead of ignoring it, and people won't get sick, and we'll be able to get over this thing and perhaps salvage some of our summer before it's all gone. We can appreciate you very much for tuning in, and hope that you enjoy what we do. If you do enjoy it, by all means, pass it on to some other people and get them to tune in and maybe perhaps watch. We appreciate the time that you take to come spend with us and watch the show. And we'd like to, we'll do it as long as people keep wanting to watch. Though, to be honest, we've got relatives coming in this week, so we're going to be starting to get busy if people start visiting, and we're going out to do things. So I don't know exactly how many more shows we're going to do, but as long as people can't go out and we're trapped in, we'll try and entertain you, and hope that you enjoy it. And until we meet again, folks, until you tune in and watch us do our thing and sing great music from great people, till we get to go out and enjoy our summer, until you can get to the bar and have a beer, just till. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Retro Vegas, and we'll see you again soon. Just to have you adore me, till the moon deserts the sky, till all the seas run dry. Till then I'll worship you, till the tropic sun grows cold, till our young world grows old. My darling, I'll adore you. Just to have you adore me. Till the moon deserts the stream, till lovers cease to dream. Till then I'm yours, baby. God bless you folks. Good night.